Carter, when you assess the landscape of LSU post early entry into the NFL draft, which had to be announced about a week ago, uh, how did all of that land? Did that land about where you expected in regards to who declared, who's coming back, or did you have some surprises, and who was really key for you in all of that?
Yeah, so obviously we had the very bizarre decision by Kayshon to announce he's coming back just for, him to go to the NFL. That's what was expected the entire time. It was expected the same for Jaquelin Roy and BJ Ojulari. So, those were, three huge ones that decided to go into the draft early. Jay Ward could have come back as well, but he also decided to go. So Gardner was someone else that was also an early enter after a really good year at corner. So, yeah, there was a lot of guys that were really good football players for LSU that decided to go. But because of the portal, they've been able to address some of those needs. I think the biggest question for me, Mark, is LSU's done a really good job of bringing in a ton of transfer portal defensive linemen. And that is going to make the defensive line fine. They may not be as good as they were last year, but more than likely they are going to be very good there. Where it's going to get very interesting for LSU is the jack outside linebacker position, the standing outside linebacker who plays the edge, right? So you think Will Anderson, you think BJ Ojulari. Ojulari has done this role really well for LSU over the past couple or this season in Matt House's system. So they're bringing in Braden Swinson from Oregon, who was a backup at the jack at Oregon. They bring in Ovia Gufo, who played for Brian Kelly at Notre Dame, comes over from Texas. Will either one of those seasoned veterans be able to play that spot? Or could it be a Deshaun Womack, who's a five-star recruit, who's coming in, kind of a tweener? It's going to be interesting where LSU actually wants to play him next year, but he is very, very, very talented. So I think that for right now is going to be a massive question mark for LSU and how Matt House is going to want to call his defenses.